And hello everybody, this is Steve Bro with Tea Time Disc Golf with Devin Frederick. We are here at the beautiful Maple Hill Disc Golf Course at the 2018 MVP Open. Devin, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
So this is going to be round one, part one of what will be some exciting golf. We've got some great golfers. Cale is an amazing golfer out of Minnesota. We have Justin Bilodeau from Utah. He's kind of your clone.
I met him last year out here. Great dude.
And we have Reed Frescura, who we all know has been putting on a show as of late. He can throw. And then obviously we have Simon Lizotte, and I'm sure that he's ready to get out here and tear this course up. So we're here, round one, hole number one of the trickiest holes out on the golf course as far as the tee shot is concerned, because the wind can just be doing anything out there.
Yeah, we actually had great conditions today out here at Maple Hill. But yeah, this tee shot is nerve-wracking in the morning. You get your name called, you got to clear a pond, and it's a tough hole to start your day off.
And none of these guys should be having an issue with getting over this pond. We're going to see some of these guys have a clear advantage when they're throwing those 600-foot shots and where they land compared to some of the rest of the field. You know, the top percentage of guys are really they're not even thinking about the water.
Oh, no, not at all. They're just trying to get it down there, get a good look into the gap to get into the pin and get their birdie.
So here's Cale letting one rip. He's asking it to move over to the left a little bit.
Yeah, getting over to the left will just help him get into the gap, but he's in a fantastic spot right there.
If you're on that road, you're in an ideal space. And Justin ripping one out there.
Nice turn on it, clearing the pond without a problem.
Yeah. You're going to see that on this course, placement is everything with the Christmas trees all over the place. It makes for a very difficult upshot depending upon where you land. I mean, there are very small landing zones on a lot of these longer holes. And here's Simon just getting into it.
Yeah, no stranger to distance. He's can get it way out there. Easy putter shot.
And here's Cale with his approach shot. You have OB over that rock wall, and then it's an island that goes and tucks into those woods. That basket sits about 85 feet or so into that cave that you're looking at there. So,
and yeah, you could just see how the ground plays effects. You know, the long weeds, the trees. You saw Justin right there swinging through some weeds and not getting the shot off he wanted.
And Simon's ideal as far as not having to deal with any of the pine trees, but you know, he's going to have to shape something, and like he did, that was a fantastic shot.
Yeah, from where he was, it's a tough bend to get all the way to the basket, so he's just trying to get in there, give himself a look at a long putt.
And Reed with a good shot. He went over the OB there and put it up next to the basket. So
I'm guessing that's not exactly what he was going for, but
yeah.
That was a great effort by Cale.
Yeah, Cale gave it enough to not flirt with the OB, but give it a shot to go in. Simon.
First putt of the day with the OB behind there, just wasn't fully committed.
Yeah.
But these guys will tap in. Yeah,
they're going to wrap up. Everybody's going to get a 4, and you can't be too disappointed with that. I know that, you know, stats-wise, there are not that many birdies that get here. So this is one of those holes that you're okay walking away with par. It's not the end of the world.
It's super easy to go OB, shooting into that basket. So walking away with a 4, first hole of the start of the tournament, you can't complain. There's a lot of golf to go.
Yeah, this is an exciting event. Every single year, and MVP is the new sponsor this year for at Maple Hill, and what an event! You know, there's it's so much fun being out here, and they definitely are putting on a good show and representing extremely well. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. And here we got hole 2, OB over that rock wall all the way down along this one. The basket sits maybe 15 feet off that wall straight through here. Little downhill and then back up. So the basket probably actually sits a little elevated from where the tee box is.
It's a little bit trickier than it looks. Most people look at this hole and it looks like a pretty straightforward straight shot to get over that creek, but I can tell you that it is not as easy as it looks. You've really got to shape something well, and you're going to see a lot of different styles of throws on this hole.
Kale just not quite getting the turnover he wanted. That gap's probably 350 or so out there, so it's not an easy gap to hit.
I think the problem is that nobody wants to go over that wall OB, so they leave it to the left a little bit. But what a fantastic shot by Justin there. That was awesome.
And yeah, them trees in the middle definitely play as a bunker. You're definitely just trying to pitch up and get your three when you end up in there.
Reed goes nuts here. He goes over the top of those trees and just spikes a hyzer, but he left that out a little bit too far to the left.
Yeah, he's probably one of the farthest throwing lefties I've ever seen play.
And Simon throwing it on a rope, flirting with that wall.
But yeah, he ended up staying safe. He kind of bounced off it.
Good
Reed
run
just
out of
coming
Reed.
up a little short from about 40.
Oh, no.
And yeah, Simon up on them rocks, maybe not quite comfortable, making that 20-footer a little more difficult, but that's one he should have made.
And Justin cashing in a really good birdie.
And you'll see Justin just fires them in there.
Yeah. Everybody else is going to have to settle for par. And this is one of the parts of the courses where you can score. You know, you can get your twos, you can get your birdies, where other parts of the course you're just kind of satisfied with walking away with your par and playing smart golf. Maple Hill is kind of notorious for having that placement shot, and not trying to be too aggressive, because you find yourself getting into trouble as soon as you get too aggressive out here.
Yeah, I mean, there's that fine line. You definitely want to be aggressive because you kind of have to get birdies out here on some of these holes, but you definitely can find the OB when you're playing aggressive.
Yeah, so we've got Justin's going to go ahead and get under par first, which is exciting. And we're going to move on to hole number 3, 410 feet. This is one that really it requires you to shape a really good shot through this gap. It kind of benefits the righty flip-up shot. Many of you have seen Feldberg ace this shot on video a few years back. But it really is. It benefits the righty, I think, more than the lefty. The lefty have to play a flick.
Yeah, I mean, as a lefty, it'll be tough without throwing a flick to get up to this basket. And like Steve said, you really got to shape a shot. Disc angle, disc selection's huge here. But it is a gettable hole. If you can get it down that line, hit the gap, it's gettable. So
I'm going to say that most of the field's disappointed if they don't get it, but getting your 3 is okay as well. But when you step up to this hole, you kind of say, all right, I can get one up there. And Justin with a great shot. That's probably going to be putting.
Yeah, he made it up around the corner. He's probably just outside the circle. Kale getting some nice turn on that.
Yeah, you just can't get to the right too much. There's a bunch of guardian trees up that right side fairway. But it looks like he got up there pretty good.
Slight misfire out of Reed, and that's actually OB. You need to clear the rock wall.
Yeah, you're teeing off from an island here, and once you get over that Disc Golf Pro Tour banner, then you are now in the fairway. But you definitely, Reed is going to be playing from the drop zone with his 3rd shot.
And great flick shot, gets him up in the putting range. Kale not in an ideal spot, just trying to get up and down.
Yeah, surprisingly, there's not too many gaps when you get down into that bottom portion of the fairway. Here's, see if Justin can capitalize on a great drive. A little strong.
Yeah, he wasn't low. He was definitely, trying to make it. but no problem with the comebacker.
Yeah, what a fantastic putt. It's strong. It's confident. That's what you need out here. You've got a lot of baskets that are next to water and some danger. So if you can have a strong, confident putt, you're gonna be better off. These guys are.
And there's Cale tapping in. So we had all pars and Reed taking the 4 by going OB.
Yeah,
got
the
up
OB
and down,
stroke.
saved the bogey, which is good.
Yeah, these guys are. What a great looking shot. I like the braid in his beard. I think that looks cool.
Yeah, he's got me beat in the beard contest for sure.
Yeah, not by much, but he's got you beat, that's for sure. So we move on to one of the most treacherous holes on the tee box, at least. You have a bunch of different people doing different things. You've got flicks, you've got straight putter shots, and you just want it down there.
Yeah, you're just trying to hit this initial gap, whether it be the forehand flex line or the straight added line, and you got the pond 15 feet behind this basket. So
yeah, it's not far. It's about circle's edge to that pond back there. This is another one that we've seen the ace footage of Cale actually putting this one in with a skip that skips into the basket. Let's see if he can repeat that today. That would be cool. Yeah, you can see a jump putt.
And yeah, it drops pretty drastically downhill.
Oh yeah.
So it is super easy to throw one too hard, end up in the pond. So you do see a lot of jump putts on this hole.
Yeah, that is exactly what he did last year.
Cale landed right by the basket and slid back to the wall a little bit.
Yep. But he likes to throw right up that gap, and Reed obviously not happy with that attempt.
As well with Simon.
Yeah, you know it as soon as you throw it on this hole.
And yeah, early trees. I mean, it's hard to get up to the basket still.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. And Simon's just going to have to lay up for another par. And he's been practicing this course and getting ready for this tournament. And I'm sure that he's frustrated with this start. But with no bogeys, he's still okay.
Justin using the wall back there, still putting with confidence.
He's going to splash out. Yeah.
Splashing out for his 3. He'll be taking a 4.
Yep. And Cale with a great birdie putt. And a great comebacker.
Yeah, and you might as well be confident out there. If you're making your comebackers, why not go confident?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to start your round with a confident putt. As soon as something bad happens, it's easy to start second guessing that. But a great putt by Justin. I'm thoroughly impressed with his putting style right now.
The season is over, and it is time to order your 2019 Pro Tour trading cards. Top 50 MPO, top 15 FPO, plus our limited release specialty cards. Pre-orders are guaranteed at least one limited release specialty card in each pack or deck.
And yeah, that was a great putt for Cale to get his birdie, and we'll be moving on to hole 5, which is another one of them risk-reward holes.
Yeah, Cale's gonna get his birdie, so he's gonna move under par, which is great. And then hole number 5 is one of those deuce or die holes. You're 95% of the people are going to be going between these trees where the drone is going. There is a bailout to the right that people can take to play the hole a little bit easier. But really, to spike it in and get a birdie, most people are going to flick and or throw a backhand putter just over that water.
But yeah, anything in the water, you're going to a drop zone, shooting over the water again.
Yeah, to an elevated basket, which isn't fun because you got OB behind the basket too. So you got to get high enough to make it in the basket, but yet, you got to keep it in bounds. So the drop zone's not that much fun. And Cale's showing you the backhanded putter shot, which worked out extremely well.
Yep, just came in a little early, but he's going to have that inside the circle putt right there, elevated basket with water behind it.
And Justin's going to smash a forehand out there, and he's safe.
and he won't have to put out the water, so that should be a little easier.
And Simon electing the backhand.
It's looking a little low.
Yeah, that never had a chance of getting over that. I don't know if the
lefty.
wind. Yeah, the wind just dropped that down. The lefty backhand with a really good shot. There's just inside the circle putts there. Justin has a little bit closer of a putt, and Simon's going to be showing you the infamous drop zone.
Looks like he's trying to give it a run.
Yeah, I mean, but you can see it's a throw, and you're throwing it over the water. So.
It was a great putt for him to save his 4. Now we'll see if Cale can put it in staring at the water in the background.
Yeah, never a doubt. Cale gave that exactly what it needed to stick. So we'll see if Reed can put this in.
And any miss is going OB.
Yeah, that was that's a shame. I'm sure he's extremely frustrated at this point. Reed's an amazing golfer. Justin spits out 2. All right, so these guys, Cale's going to get a walk away with a 2, and then these guys are going to unfortunately take bogey, and and a 3. Justin's going to get his.
But yeah, you can kind of see the teeth that one had with the water. Drives and putts on that hole. I mean, the elevated basket being so close to the water, it's tough.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to walk away with that that hole with a bogey because it's one that you kind of feel like you can really help to pad your score as you're getting into the back 9, which has some teeth.
Yeah, those are 2 birdies you want to try and get.
Yeah,
but this hole here, this one you can see some strokes. You can see guys throwing forehands down there, backhand putters or mid-ranges, and you can see OB over that wall to the right. There's a pond to the left.
This hole will crush your dreams and make you think about it. It's a par 3. Literally, if you can throw a dead straight mid-range, you'll have a putt almost inside the circle. But the shape of this hole and the danger all over this hole, it changes the game. You know, I mean, you think way too much when you're standing on this tee box. Yeah, I mean, it's so easy to turn it over. And as you can see, Cale's going to be out of bounds. And
Justin getting it up a little high, catching some of the branches, but he gets lucky enough to drop down in the middle of the fairway. He should be able to up and down.
Yeah, he should definitely get up and down from there. And Simon electing for the flick, but I think he put it way too high in the air.
Yeah, he caught the branches, which just sent him off to the OB.
And Reed being a lefty here, just get something to flip up and go down that gap. Give him the green flag. There we go.
That's Cale from his out-of-bounds shot.
That's a good
still
shot.
A tough shot from back there. That's a tight gap going into the basket.
That was a good shot. If that got far enough, he's going to have an open look, and Justin just monkey-pawed that right over the wall.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was trying to go over the wall or if it was just a miscue.
Ooh, close. All right, yeah, I mean, this is what this hole does to you, though. I mean, once you start struggling on it, you know, you just, it's hard to get out of the rut of this hole.
Yeah, the OB is so tight to the fairway. You want to use any little kick off any of these trees, and you're going over the wall and going OB.
Yeah, Reed actually had a good drive there. He had a pretty good look at that birdie, and the rest of these guys are struggling a bit. There you go, Justin.
And yeah, his putting saving him. Putting with confidence, he's doing well. just a little too much to the left side.
Yeah, I thought that was going to stick for him. All right, so these guys are going to wrap up and make their way over to hole 7. Part of the, part of the teeth of this hole is worrying about that water on the left-hand side too. So you always tease it over to the right and flirt with that wall, and it just gets you in trouble every single time. But these guys will move on to hole number 7. Hole number 7 is another very tight fairway that you've got to hit heading right up this access road. But where the pin is located and what you have to do to shape this shot, it's extremely difficult to get a birdie putt.
Yeah, it's 370 feet uphill, so it's probably playing close to 400, and it is a dead straight shot. As a righty, you can fall off a little. As a lefty, if you fall off, you're falling off down a little hill.
Yeah, I mean, you can get fortunate on this hole and sneak through the right-hand side as a right-handed player, and I've seen people be inside the circle by kind of cheating through the woods there. But literally, as a right-handed backhand player, if you nut the gap and go all the way through, you're still going to have almost a circle's edge putt, if not left of the circle, just because of the flight of your disc. So let's watch these guys and see what they do.
Fine shot by
right
Simon.
At the end.
He got far enough where he's not worried about bogey. And if you hit early on this hole, bogey starts coming into your pitcher.
Right,
like,
but I mean, he's not birdieing. He's going to be pitching up and walking away with par. And Reed did not want to hit that tree and go to the right.
And that's a great looking shot out of Cale.
Yeah, so Cale shapes it up there in a nice roll. And that was a good shot. Justin got that to turn absolutely perfect. Just get off of that.
Just needed to come out a little earlier.
Reed catching some branches and knocking them down a little bit. I don't know if he's going to be close enough to have a putt.
He's right around the circle.
Justin should be circle's edge or close.
See if Simon wants to give this a bid.
Oh. Yeah, he did.
Just not quite enough turn.
Yeah, he was trying to shape that
Let's
in
see
there.
if Cale can nail his 40-footer for his birdie.
Yeah, just left it a little bit right, but keeping himself inside the circle. And there's Reed with a, oh my gosh, that looked good.
And that was for his par save, so he should be cleaning up his bogey, which hitting the early trees, you kind of figure you might get a bogey.
Yeah, just a little bit high.
That was a great stroke by Reed.
Yeah, he's got a very confident putt, too. All these guys on this upper level of play, they putt extremely confident.
Good cleanup by Cale.
So Justin and Reed are going to take fours here, and Simon and Cale are going to tap out their pars. And again, this is a hole that when you walk away from it, you want to get a par. The birdie is unexpected, and it is certainly a bonus, but you want to walk away with your par. There's just a whole lot of trees all over the place. So,
but yeah, I mean, hitting early like Reed did, you're looking at the 4. I'm sure Justin's a little disappointed from where he was.
Sure. Yeah, he clipped that tree with his upshot, and it just didn't finish the way that he wanted to. So, hole number 8, it is another par 3. It's 350 feet, and you're literally looking right at the basket the entire time. It should be a very basic shot that somehow becomes very difficult for a lot of players, even on this level. It's intimidating. That's all it is to it. Is there's an intimidation factor to this hole.
Yeah, because the hole's 350 feet. You probably have to clear water for 342 of it because the basket's right on the water there, and over the banners back there is also OB. So you're trying to control your distance.
I think this hole is 320 feet. It's not 350. It's 320 feet to clear, or to the basket. It's like 285 to clear the water. And that was a really good shot. But to our point, exactly, even a 320-foot hole has teeth to it. It definitely has some intimidation. There's Kale with a good-looking shot. That just needs to drop.
Yeah, he might have to contend with that tree a little bit, but he'll have a putt for the birdie.
And part of what makes this hole difficult is that downhill putt at the basket that's close to the water's edge.
And there's Reed doing what he does best, skipping discs off water.
That was incredible. And here's Justin going more the direct route right at it. And boy, that came in nice. So he's right at circle's edge there. He's going to be putting down at the water. And a great putt.
Yeah, his confident stroke.
And Kale with a great putt, too.
Yeah, this is one of those you really want to get. I believe it's one of the easiest holes on the course, if not the easiest.
Yeah, I mean, this card is going to walk away toing it. Everybody's going to tow it, so they're going to walk away with a star frame here. And I didn't see that, though, very much this weekend, walking around and watching other groups play it. I mean, somebody went in the water every time I was watching the hole get played. But there were no spoiler alerts or anything because I think it's been released, but there's already been a couple of aces on this hole that were on film, which are always exciting to watch.
Hey guys, I'm Spencer with MVP, and I'm out at the course today to talk to you guys about the long-awaited Neutron Deflector. The Neutron Deflector is an extremely overstable mid-range, able to stand up to any headwind and any power. No matter the shot, count on the deflector's ability to fight out of a turn in order to flex and shape your line to get you to the basket.
You know, we have one of the easier holes followed up by probably one of the harder holes. I mean, this is one of those that's controversially a par 3 the last several years. But there was 1-2 in the first round here. So
yeah, and you could definitely say that too could easily be an eagle. You know, I mean, I get that it's not that long of a hole, but it is really a golf shot to the top of this hill. You're going to see most players play something conservative. They're not trying to make this green. They're not trying to bend something all the way around this corner, but they are trying to land something probably on this downslope or close to this road. So you're going to see thumbers, you're going to see flicks, you're going to see people with backhand turnover discs, just trying to get something down to the landing zone. And then you're going over this water and OB to the basket.
Yeah, I mean, the second shot's just as challenging as the first.
The second shot is one of the most iconic shots in disc golf with that, with the island green the way that they have it, and they just put so much work and effort into making that look so beautiful.
And Kale just going with his putter, just probably trying to play it straight up there, give him another putter shot over to the green.
And here's Reed pumping one up there. You assume with him being lefty that he's going to try to do something aggressive because it plays to a lefty's benefit.
And yeah, that was great. He's almost all the way down the hill, looking straight over at the basket.
That's what you don't want to do, is hit something that early, because then you're blind for this shot the entire way to the basket. But Justin's going for it, and
he just pulled it a little bit and caught the tree, and that can be jail over there on the right. You can see it's really thick.
Reed really trusting this shot, and it came down very nice and left him a pretty easy birdie putt. That was a great shot.
That's how you want to do this hole.
Yep. Oh, wow. Come on. Oh, wow.
Kale just coming up short. He's going to be OB.
He knew when he let go of that it was going to be short. There's Simon with a great-looking shot. Oh, my gosh.
He just comes up a little short, too.
That had such a good line on it.
Or par.
And Justin looks like he left that into the water.
Yeah, just fluffed it a little bit.
Yeah. And then he nails the putt. Yeah, I mean, he knew he was behind on that hole, so you know it's that just don't do anything else wrong. And but what a great putt to get back a stroke there. Kale with a great putt.
And we'll have Reed and Simon just tapping in their cars.
Yeah, so, no birdie on that hole. You just kind of try to walk away unscathed without getting any bogeys or worse. But it is extremely easy to do on this hole.
And yeah, like I said, there was only 1-2, I think, all first round by Matt Dollar, who putted in about a 80-90 footer.
He throws a huge thumber all the way down that hill, and then he puts one over the unbelievable. Congrats, Matt.
So yeah, that's it for the front 9 of the first round.
Yeah, we will be back for the second 9 of the first round, but we want to certainly give a big thanks to MVP for hosting the tournament this year, or for sponsoring the tournament, for the Dodge family and Maple Hill for hosting the tournament. This is the best venue to come out and play. It's the most exciting. There's people cheering all over the course, and we're just blessed to come out here every single year and be able to be a part of what's happening. So thank you, Devin. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thanks to Corey and Central Coast for the drone footage.
See you next time.
Yeah!